Well. I am beyond excited.
It's really, really strange, but I think it's a bit of proof that I, for one, have never seen before, not even in the flat earth community, so check this out.
Strange? Proof? You've not seen it before? Even in the flat earth community? I can't wait! Please, Richie from Boston, do go on.
Go nuts on my nuts.
Sorry everyone, but I pace when I'm excited. I literally can't wait for this video. New flat earth proof. I knew. Eventually somebody would give something so concrete we may all have to bend slightly, or not. Welcome to another episode of Playing a Blinder with me, the Creaky Blinder. Let's have a look and see what Richie from Boston has got to say. If he's Richie from Boston, can I be Creaky from Swansea? Fine, carry on then.
Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 19th of August 2017, and what I am showing you is an image of the firmament.
Before you say it, yeah, I know it's 2019 now, and very near the end of 2019, but this video was sent to me on Discord by the recovering Alabamian, so blame that person, not this person.
The flat earth, the dome, the thing that was stretched out in heaven, the thing that's mentioned in the Bible.
Whoa. You said new information. I've heard this before. Have you heard it before?
And it goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, I know. It goes on. You said. But your opening statement promised new, groundbreaking information that unequivocally proves the earth is flat. I was personally worried that I may have to delete my channel. Because after all, if you can prove the earth is flat, then I've got nothing.
If you keep looking and keep looking and keep looking at the stars, looking at the sun, looking at the moon like I have and like I do, you really start to come to the conclusion that everything that's above us isn't what we've been told whatsoever at all.
Well, that very much depends on who's telling who what. Or is it whom? I'm never sure. The problem is, Richie from Boston, your idea of research is YouTube videos.
For instance, why is it that when you're standing in front of the ocean looks greenish, but when you look at it from an airplane or from a drone or a balloon, the ocean is blue?
Well, Richie from Boston, allow me to answer. Water looks green due to a high concentration of phytoplankton. And the reason it doesn't look as green from far away is because water isn't inherently blue. It's a trick of the eyes. Because the other colours like reds and yellows and greens are absorbed more easily by the water molecules. And blue is reflected back, thus giving the illusion that water is indeed blue. Ask me another.
And then conversely, when you're standing on the earth and looking up, the sky also looks blue.
And that is for exactly the same reason.
Well, maybe I found the reason.
I just told you what the reason was.
And I'm pretty sure I did. And this literally, no pun intended, just fell out of the clear blue sky into my lap today.
You made it funny, Richie. Come on, get to the point. These people are waiting. They've got things to do.
It turns out in 1990, an Italian geologist, see, always good guys are Italian like myself, named Angelo Patonno was visiting Sierra Leone in the vicinity of the border of Guinea-Conakry to verify if a certain region of the country known as Kono was indeed rich deposit of diamonds. So you see, blah, 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 on and on they go, and then they go on to the story where they found this, and this is called the Sky Stone.
The Sky Stone, eh? Fascinating, Richard. But what, pray tell, is the Sky Stone? Inquiring minds want to know.
Now, this is insane. I am almost positive, and I think they are too, they just don't want to say it, that this thing is a literal piece of the firmament.
Excuse me? Could you say that again, but this time into my good ear?
A literal piece of the firmament.
I thought that's what you said. But isn't it far more likely that it's just a bit of blue rock? Where's your evidence? Let's hear it.
This rock is made up of 77.17%. Notice the 3 sevens? 77.17% oxygen. And when they crushed this up to put it underneath the microscope, they could no longer see it. It lost its color. This is a real thing. This is an absolutely real thing.
It was very interesting, Richie from Boston, that you say it's a real thing, because it is, and it isn't. And you're right. It is made up of over 77% oxygen. What the 3 sevens mean, I have absolutely no idea. Apart from 21 math skills. But there were also traces of carbon, sodium, silicon, and calcium. Quite similar to that of concrete. And experts have said that it's definitely been artificially coloured. But I'm sure you've left those details out completely by accident.
After returning to Europe, Petoni took the blue stone to the Institute of Natural blah blah blah. To his surprise, tests showed that stone was not turquoise. It wasn't even officially catalogued. The blue stone he had discovered not only does not correspond to any known mineral, but the same material was also recently located in Morocco. Do you see what's going on?
Oh, I do. I do see what's going on. The same artificially created and coloured stone has been found in 2 different countries.
The sky is falling. How's that?
And this chunk of magical rock is your evidence of that. It's not much of a case, really, is it, Richie? But please, go on. I'm rooting for you.
This is the stone itself right here. And it's pretty amazing. It was found with all sorts of artifacts. And again, they tested this thing to 3,000 degrees Celsius, yet its composition wouldn't alter. It was made out of 77.1% pure oxygen, and the remaining was carbon, calcium, and another unknown element.
But the other elements aren't unknown. Now, I give you that we could be reading from 2 different web pages, but the elements you say were missing were sodium and silica. Are you missing them out on purpose, Richie? Just to strengthen your argument? No, surely not.
They were eventually able to locate an organic compound that is currently unknown to science, dated at 55,000 years old. That doesn't really do very much for me.
So why doesn't 55,000 years old do very much for you? Of course, my holy book.
Amazingly, it seems that the sky stone is not unique. There has been, in fact, similar finds in other places on the earth, most notably Brazil. The other sample of sky stone was submitted to GRS Swiss Labs for testing, and the analysis by an anonymous dealer. Intrigued, American artist and designer Jared Collins tried to buy the small cutaway, but the dealer refused to sell it. He wouldn't even name a price for a larger full stone. So these guys have literally found these stones all over the world.
And yet, with a very simple Google search, I was able to find this website. TheSkyStoneCollection.com. Welcome to the official home of Sky Stone. Africa is no stranger to famous gems. Diamonds such as the Cullinan to the Star of the Sierra Leone. The continent is home to most gemstones from amethysts to zircon, with none being more mysterious than Sierra Leone's sky stone. And if you scroll further down the page, lo and behold, you can buy a chunk of sky stone. So, yeah, it's magic. And definitely not artificially made.
And look at it. It's exactly the same color as the sky. It's made out of the same color. It's made out of the same elements that we literally breathe.
Oxygen, yeah, okay, we do breathe oxygen, but please do not breathe silica, sodium. It's probably not good for you.
This is, in my opinion, the firmament.
Well, we all know what they say about opinions. They're like buttholes. Everybody's got one, but everybody thinks everyone else's stinks.
Now, lots of people will try to, what about the sun? What about the moon? In my opinion, the sun is incredibly close to us.
Remember what I just said about opinions being like buttholes? And Richie's stinks worse than most.
And I can, I've got
You were going to say you could prove it then, weren't you? But you retracted the statement before even making it, because you know that you can't prove it, because it isn't.
Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of footage of the sun and the, how close it is, how local it is, the sun doing odd things, what appears to be two suns, so forth and so on. And then there's people that have never-ending footage of the clouds behind the sun, the clouds behind the moon, so forth and so on.
Two suns? Where are you from? Tatooine? You must mean like this. Basically, the sun's really bright, so bright that in most photos and videos it just appears as something at the maximum brightness the camera can handle, so it just appears as flat white. If there's something in front of it that's transparent enough to let through a lot of sunlight, then that bit will be less bright, but still higher than the maximum brightness the camera can handle. So the camera will still see it at the same as the rest of the sun, bright white. This creates the illusion that the partially transparent objects go behind the sun. This is just a stupid argument that flat earthers use.
The sun must be close because look, there's clouds behind it.
Because I've got imagery of the moon sitting outside my house all day long, in the clear blue sky.
He was probably just on a break.
Clear blue sky. I got a funny feeling that this stuff has been around, that these guys know this, and the one true reason that they hide the flat earth.
Here it comes. The one true reason that they hide the flat earth is...
they're hiding God, and that's all there is to it. I don't know what else to tell you.
97, 98, 99, 100. Here I come, ready or not.
Every other civilization knew it, and now they all laugh at anyone that questions this and says, well, this was proven 500 years ago.
What, people laugh at flat earthers? Surely not.
It was proven 500 years ago. No, it was a rumor that was started by wealthy, rich, elite people 500 years ago that didn't even have the ability to fly up and test their theory. And yet today the theory still stands, much like the theory of gravity. Much like the theory and the testing that's been done on the Earth, showing that it's not even moving.
How dare you call into question the credibility of Bob Nodell, one of your own? He more than adequately proved that the Earth is indeed drifting at 15 degrees per hour.
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Do you really believe that we're flying through outer space at 1,000 miles an hour, rocketing around the sun at 66? You know what I mean? It's all absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous.
What have I done?
And yet somehow the idea that the Earth isn't a globe is completely rational and normal.
This is what's all around us. That is a small piece of the firmament. I can't stress it anymore.
Well, you can't stress it anymore, and I can't take it anymore. Well, thank you for making it this far. So what do you think? Is that a piece of the firmament? Or is it just some old blue rock that somebody found? Let me know what you think down in the comments. If it's first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. If you do want to support the channel, you can do so on Patreon. There's a PayPal link, Amazon wishlist. They're all down in the description. You don't have to, but if you do, I'm very, very grateful for it. And just quickly as a side note, swanky new mic arm, bought for me by Thomas Oswald, off my Amazon wish list. So thank you, Thomas. Very, very happy with it. I no longer suffer from floppy mic syndrome. I'm the Creaky Blinder, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Go nuts, I got a padded room for ya. Psychiatric and manic on the move for ya. Take this, I won't know what it do for ya. Till the morning and the chick is cooking.